Welcome back here for the second period of action here at Lancaster Ice Rink, the so-called Coliseum on Carrera Drive. As the Marauders look to extend their advantage out of the first period, they recorded 35 shots in the first, but only scored on one of them, and they limited Tcnj to only one. TJ, if you're Coach Schroeder, what are you telling your boys to try to get that puck luck to go your way and try to get some more goals on the board?
I'm just saying, keep doing what you're doing, boys. And maybe the one thing I would change, Millersville has had a lot of low chances, so Gamboa was able to turn it away, butterfly save. So get them moving, get those pucks a little bit higher, and you'll get some more home.
And a little bit of CSCHC news for all you enthusiasts around there. The top two teams in the conference, Scranton and Westchester, are taking on each other. Scranton currently holds a 4-2, Westchester actually currently holds a 4-2 lead in the second period over Scranton. Center ice draw won by Tcnj. Maybe their first face-off win of the day. They haven't had many. As O'Connell looks to keep that pressure on for the first period. O'Connell center ice pass finds Carey. Carey working it down. Finds Johnny Morgan behind the net of Gamboa, who has been stout, to say the least, in the first period. Then Bell behind the back pass finds his man O'Connell. Shot rings in from Dunnigan, gloved quickly by Gamboa, but it sneaks away from him as the Marauders keep that pressure on in front of the net. As O'Connell has it again. O'Connell sprinting around the blue line, finds Bell. Bell's dispossessed by his man, but his buddy O'Connell's there to pick him right back up. O'Connell surveying the ice, trying to get a feel for what play is going to happen next. O'Connell, bit of a stick whack, gets through it, straight through a trio of Lions, somehow gets in front of the net of Gamboa, but no, couldn't get it to go. The puck didn't find the net, but a TCJ Lion did fall into it. I wish that would count. As the puck sneaks in there, Walter O'Connell, I believe, is in the right place at the right time. Again, the puck luck has not gone Millersville's way. It really hasn't gone to Tcnj's way on those two goals right there. Really unlucky stuff.
58 seconds into this period, folks, Millersville strikes early. And that's what they needed to do if they really want to put their foot on the gas here. I mean, they've had their chances. Like we said, 36 shots now is what the Tcnj goaltender has faced, and only allowing 2. He's been playing stellar, but O'Connell didn't get all of that. He just got enough to get it past him.
And sometimes that's all you need, TJ. Marauders looking to open the floodgates here on the Lions. They look to extend their advantage in the second period as Thor Martin easily gets into the Lions' back ice. Picked up by Carey. Carey hit the backboards, but Carey stays on it. Tries to find the centering pass, looking for his man Bird, but it's picked off. Bird tries it again. Slap shot, breaks his stick. Bieber breaks his stick. Bird and Bieber. I cannot get those numbers right. For some reason,
they're 43 and 44, respectively. But yeah, they're 44 and 43, respectively. So it's a lot of quick transitions, and if you don't see the 3 or the 4, it's pretty tough. But 18:33 remain. Millersville got one quick with 58 seconds into the period here, as they now lead 2-0.
Really frustrating break for Bird right there. Bieber. My God. As he breaks his stick on the slap shot attempt. That comes off the moorings, but they're going to call it no goal.
They're calling it a goal.
Goal. Okay. I thought the net came off before the goal went in, but puck was in.
Puck was in first. Bieber went glove side. He beat Gamboa. I mean, if I'm Tcnj, I'm arguing that one, but he beat him clean.
And it's been tough to beat Gamboa on the glove side tonight, but Bieber has managed to do it.
Must be that new stick he had to get from the bench.
It could be that. Yeah, maybe to get the bad mojo out of the old stick, get a new one, you score right away. How about that?
Got some magic in it.
3-0 as the Marauders take a commanding lead in the second period. 18:30 left to go. Shot scan, 37-31. Marauders have buried both of their shot attempts so far this period, and they look to add on as the pressure stays on. Lion blows a gasket in front of Gamboa's net. Carey picks up the loose change. No one is quite there in the center ice, but it's picked up by, works out to Corelli, it looks like, but it's intercepted by a Lion. But Jake Petticone is right there. Petticone works on the backboards, but is laid out by his man. But Petticone stays on it. Great ice vision there from the younger brother of from Joe Petticone. Okay. Hey, the younger brother of Joe. A lot of vocalization coming from the Marauders student section here. Glad to see we got a decent turnout from the game tonight. Again, maybe not many people remember this old rivalry game from the early days of the conference, but it seems like a good few people do.
Trust me, folks, I still do, and there was not any love lost between these two. A lot of bad blood over the years. Gamboa with another save there. But yeah, they were calling for a call Petticone got absolutely assaulted down here in the neutral zone. No call made. Chance now.
John Waters has an opportunity behind the back of Gamboa. Tries to find his man in the center, but just finds a pride of Lions. Waters still trying to get it behind the back, but it's picked up by Thor Martin. Thor Martin had his shot turned away by Gamboa during the breakdown. Martin, do-si-do behind the net of Gamboa, right into the chest protector.
Now, that was a great play by Gamboa. He knew Martin was going to try a wraparound. Martin was smart enough not to try and tuck it. He went up high, but Gamboa was in a great position to hang on for a whistle, and that's what he's got to do here. His boys are gassed. They've been hemmed in their own zone for the majority of this period, much like the first. So they're running around like madmen in their own zone. He's got to cover for a whistle and get a quick change.
And it'll just take one more shot for the Marauders to record their 40th of the night. That's a good game for them. That's insane. As Marauders keep the pressure on in Tcnj zone, they get the clearance. Not many times you need to clear it on 5-on-5. That's the kind of game this has been. The Marauders take him on that of Jackson Bell, and Bell has only had to face one shot so far in this game. Not a whole lot of work from him. Waters finds his man Ryder in front of him, but Ryder can't get a clean stick on it, and it's gloved by Gamboa.
Yeah, again, he hangs on for a whistle. Oh, ref blows a tire. Sniper got him up here in the stands. 16:44 remaining here in period number 2, folks. Millersville now, with 2 quick ones here in the second, makes it 3-0. We should have seen this scoreline earlier on, Gehrig, but great saves by Gamboa. He has now faced 39 shots and turned aside 36.
Hey, better late than never. And a score update out of the Westchester-Scranton game. Scranton has got a goal back. It reads 4-3 in favor of the Golden Rams, as the Marauders look to keep the pressure on here. Ryder dispossessed in the faceoff circle, but Ryder's still on it. And it's picked up by Rysack. Rysack and Ryder on the right side. A lot of R's there. As Rysack maintains possession, bit of a knuckle puck, and it finds the glove of Gamboa again. That's the 40th shot of the evening.
Well, again, a bouncing puck and a good decision to hold it. This is the period of the long change, so he's got to make sure he's got a good hold on the puck, get those whistles, because that's the only way they're going to be able to get a change. With the way Millersville's playing right now, they have Tcnj absolutely sewn into their own end. So the only way they're going to get a change is when Gamboa gloves it and hangs on.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it now that you mentioned the long change in the second period. Even worse for Tcnj. They can barely get out and they were right next to their own bench. It's going to be rough staying in their own zones here in this second period. As the Marauders keep the hot pressure on, that's Wilkinson harassing his man. Wilkinson works it out to Ben Bell. Bell has Schindler in the middle, takes it himself. Scrubbing for the net, Slaybaugh couldn't get his stick down to it, but Slaybaugh stays on it. Slaybaugh has Bell behind him, but Slaybaugh takes it himself off the shoulder of Gamboa. Blocked by Ty Dunnigan. Dunnigan works back in, finds no one, and it's picked up by number 17. That's Ryan Schiffner. But Schiffner quickly loses it to Bell, and it's picked up by Wilkinson. Wilkinson behind the back pass, no one home, and it's chased down by number 36. That's Ryan Solitis. Bit of a scrum in the end boards there. It's picked up by Ben Bell. Bell working down. Bell takes the shot himself, rings over the head of Gamboa, and the Marauders still possession behind his back. Got to have his eyes on a swivel here. And it's picked up by 83. That's Christian Sokolowski. Tough name, then. And Ben Bell has it again. Bell and Dunnigan. Dunnigan looks for the standardized feed. Just hops over the stick of number 11. That's Owen Wilkinson. And there's Ryan Solitis working it down. Picked up again by the Marauders. That's Johnny Morgan. Morgan working it down. Morgan centering pass. Just a little too much on it for his buddy O'Connell. Wilkinson lays a big hit on his man there in front of the Marauders bench. They appreciate it. And the Marauders, for really on site, they have it in their defensive zone here. I haven't seen much of that today. Marauder blows a tire there. And it falls to the stick of Gamboa. And he'll hold it. Yeah, he gloved it. Had a bit of a late hit there. Tension's over boiling here. Marauders haven't really been laying on the goals too much yet, but it really could get there.
Well, as I mentioned, folks, a lot of history and a lot of bad blood between these two squads. The seniors are going to know what I'm talking about. The fifth-year seniors are especially going to know what I'm talking about. I get what number 83 there for the Lions was trying to do, but that was Christian Sokolowski. He came flying in trying to make a statement, but all he's going to do is poke the bear and rile up this Marauder offense even more.
Now, question. When did Tcnj leave the conference again? Was it in the fifth-year seniors' lifespan here in hockey?
Yes, it was. I believe it was 2023 they left to go D1, build that program. They still have that program. So this is a revitalization. Gamboa with a save there. this is a revitalization of the D2 team as they are still D1 as well.
Okay. A seeing eye, ice level puck there from Jake Petticoat almost finds pay dirt, but that glove side of Gamboa has been strong tonight. Looking ahead at the conference standing so far, Westchester sits above the pack with Scranton, Newman, Drexel, Stockton, Millersville, UPenn, Seton Hall, and Tcnj rounding out the bunch early on this season. Marauders win another draw. That's Walter O'Connell sticking on his man behind the back there. And a rare sight, the Lions hold possession, and just as I say it, they lose it again. Falls to Morgan. Morgan and O'Connell working it back out, trying to find an open lane in the middle. Morgan's being harassed by his guys back there. A couple pink jerseys coming to help him out. And get it out. Squirts out, picked up. And it's knocked away from the back of Gamboa by a TCNJ Lion, and it's quickly picked up again by Walter O'Connell. O'Connell works down to the faceoff circle, picked up by Ben Bell. Ben Bell, centering pass. No good. Nobody home, but it's picked up by O'Connell again. O'Connell keeping that pressure on. O'Connell centering high speed. Finds man in the faceoff circle. O'Connell wants the puck again, but Martin is an option. Martin's in the blue line. Martin shot, finds O'Connell again. That's Morgan, sorry. Just sticks with it. Fans want to call. Refs do not agree. Picked up by Stromberg. Stromberg shot right off the shin of a Lion. That's number 53. That's Owen Logue. And Logue receives a big hit for his efforts right there. Adding injury to injury there.
Yeah, a little insult to injury there, folks. Now, again, we saw the heavy contact. Look for this one to get nasty quickly. I mean, TCNJ's down by 3, has basically been stuck in their own end for the whole game. Let's be 100% real here. Now, 46 shots on the board for Millersville. One is the shot total for TCNJ. They got to get something going here if they want a chance of stealing one from the Marauders.
Now, we're not in any kind of sports betting allegations here, but I want to propose a little bit of wager for you. Will the Marauders record 50 shots before the Lions record 2?
I would wager yes.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Jonah Bird has the freshman out of Mechanicsburg, PA, working it down, gains the blue line, and is bumped off by his man. That's number 47 for the Lions. No one can quite catch up to it there, and it falls to Wes Bieber. A little too hot in the stick for Bieber as he works out to his man, centering on his feet, finds Corelli. Again, a little too much mustard on it to stay on Corelli's stick. Corelli chases it down, icing is waved off. And the Lions have it. 12:30 remaining here. Shots read 46-1 as the Marauders have another opportunity here. It's Wes Bieber. There it is. Jonah Bird finds pay dirt. The Marauders go up by a score of 4-0. Great shot from Bird.
Well, he went top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies on that one. Absolutely wicked wrister. Blows the doors off Gamboa. That puck was in and out of the net so fast, I thought he saved it. Yeah, I thought it hit him.
It was 1 second it's on his stick. 1 second it's hitting the back of the net. Man, that's tough. Goalie, the mentality of the goalie really confused me. Why would you want to do that to yourself? I mean, it takes a special kind of person to be a goalie, and they're always fun to hang around, but man, those goalies are interesting.
Listen, goalies are strange birds. My little brother was a goalie growing up, and I can confirm, strange bird, but he's a great guy. Goalies are always great humans, but man, they're a little off. Yeah. Why would you want to jump in front of 100-mile-an-hour shots for fun?
Yeah, you kind of need to be a little off to be there in the first place, you know? One thing I love about college sports, the wide range of mascots, and TCNJ has a very common one. They're called the Lions. They're called that because in 1921, their basketball coach told them to get out there, act like a lion, and win the game. And that stuck, and it was used by the student newspaper the next day. 12-10 remains here in the middle frame of the game, with the Marauders lead in the shot total 48-1, and where it counts, they're up by a score of 4-0. Wes Bieber has the end. Bieber works out to Zirko. Zirko shot not in the same zip code as Gamboa. But we'll have another opportunity here as the Marauders keep that pressure on. Oh, big hit in the boards there. That's Alan Ryder stays on his man. Ryder's back up there. Don't worry. He is a tough cookie. He'll be back out.
Oh, he's fine. He's still up?
Yeah, he's fine. And it's picked up by Bieber. Bieber looking for his second on the night. Just evades the pad of Gamboa. Centering pass opportunity here from the Marauders has Bieber behind him, but he'll take it himself. That's Andrew Zirko. Zirko works out the faceoff circle. Wrister opportunity, no good. Couldn't get a clean stick on it, but it's fine. He finds back to Bird. Bird shot. Wow. Great save out of Gamboa right there. Popped up, hit him right in the shoulder.
I actually think it hit him in the mask there, Garrett. He went down hard, but he seems to be okay. thankfully for the TCNJ Alliance, because he has been one of the few, if not the only bright spot they've had thus far, with 11:24 remaining here in period number 2. Shots now 49-1. So again, back to that sports bet we got going on. Millersville now up 4-0.
Another draw won by the Marauders. One shot chasing it down, but the TCNJ has to go. Maybe getting that second shot here, spoiling TJ's day. But Dunnigan takes it again. Dunnigan tries to go for a back pass, keeps it himself. Dunnigan behind the net of Jackson Bell, dispossessed by a line. Bell having to do something today. He's only had to do one thing so far. And nope, back down to the defensive zone of TCNJ's and Marauders have it again. That's Zachary Slayball working it. Slayball, I believe, looking for his first goal in the season, had a decent opportunity there, but just over the head of Gamboa. Picked up by Ben Bell. Ben Bell shot, seeing eye, ground puck. Can't get through. And there's the 50th shot. 50 shots before 2. Ridiculous. 51 now. Insane.
Somebody Venmo me that wager that I got right.
I have never seen anything like this before. A 50-shot lead, and we're not even at the halfway point of the game yet.
Well, we're about to be, Gary, but Millersville's on pace for 75, if not more shots. Chance!
Another shot, no good. It's scrubbing for the net. Gamboa keeps it out. Another dangerous opportunity for the Marauders. Man, I think they're on pace for 100 shots tonight. I don't even know if that thing has 3 digits on it. Maybe a breakaway from TCNJ. Whoa, Bell looking a little bit shaky. Hasn't had to do much today. Trying to get his head back into it. Probably thinking about he has a midterm tomorrow. Maybe he has some homework to do. Maybe wants to get in for dinner tonight. Again, right in front of him, he's got to make a quick down decision. Thankfully, it stays out of the back of the net.
For Millersville's sake, yes. But Ben Bell with a great poke check there to keep it a 4-0 game.
Little bell-on-bell action there. As Petticone has it. Petticone gains the blue line, but is whacked by a trio of Lions. 6, but he somehow keeps it. Centering pass. No good, but is still possessed by the Marauders. They dump it around the back end here. Squirts under the state of a ref and picked up by Thor Martin. Thor Martin still looking to stamp his name on this game so far. Hasn't done a whole lot. Martin still skating around. Martin harassed by a duo of Lions. 6-out Martin still somehow has it on his stick, and it's picked up. Falls to Martin again. Martin's in the blue line. Kicks it to his man in the face-off circle. And it's a little too fast for him. As the Marauders maintain position behind the back of Gamboa. 9:08 remaining here in the middle frame. As Thor Martin has it again. Martin looking for that shooting lane. Finds it, but just comes off a Lion's stick. As TCNJ has it again. TJ rarely has to move this camera around, but he has here. Shot goes off the blocker. Bell right there. The crowd goes insane. That's the second shot he has faced today. Wonderful. 1,000 save percentage on a difficult 2 shots.
Yeah, not much action for Bell, but it's good to know he's still ready back there with 8:30 about to show on the big board. Millersville leads by 4.
A couple Marauders run into each other, and the Lions taking advantage of the lapse here. They're looking for something to go, but again, they are quickly dispossessed by Millersville. They just cannot get any offensive pressure on the Marauders at all here today. TCNJ still working it back from their own D zone, and it's picked up by Jake Petticone. Petticone dispossesses his man, gains the blue line, being harassed by a couple of Lions. Bumped off the puck, but he still has it. Tries to go top shelf on Gamboa, but no good. Falls to the stick of number 44. That is Wes Bieber. Bieber couldn't get it to fall, but the Marauders still hold it as it's O'Connell. O'Connell dishes to his man Bird. Bird finds in the center pass. That's Rysack right into the glove of Gamboa. Rysack thought he scored there.
Well, some great amnesia there by Gamboa. That's what you got to have as a goaltender. 7:56 remain. He saw that all the way into his glove, and he's going to hang on. And like I said earlier, folks, he's got to keep hanging on and get his guys off the ice. They are tired. They have been – this is the most dangerous we've seen TCNJ all game thus far, and they've only had a few chances even remotely close to a breakout.
Bird gets the face off there, and it comes off the pad of Gamboa. You got to feel for Rysack a little bit. You saw the stick went up, fist went up, not right in the glove of Gamboa. Such is the way of hockey. Picked up by Rysack again. Rysack works it to Corelli. Corelli finds Bird in the center ice. Bird kicks it to Rysack. Rysack shot looking for another one, with a body block by number 54. That's Ezekiel Celia for the Lions. Shot finds no one, hops up the boards, but finds Rysack. Rysack working in, has Carey, but decides to go to his right. Finds Carey again. Carey, a little too fast for him. Had an open net if he could be there. Carey dishes to Bird. Bird finds the face-off circle. Behind the back pass to Carey. Carey dumps it off. And back to Carey. A little too fast for him as Carey chases back down. No problem for the senior leader of this Marauders team. Picked up by Jonah Bird. Jonah Bird dishes to his man, Rysak. Rysak works down the ice, finds his man with a little under 7 minutes left to go here in the middle frame. That's Corelli. Corelli, cross-ice feed to Rysak. A little too fast for him. And Rysak, big collision in the end boards, but he stays on possession. Corelli's there to help him out, and so is Bieber. Bieber picks up the putt, has Bird in the middle, takes the shot to Bird. Bird from the face-off circle finds Bieber again, a little bit behind. The Marauders had their 58th shot, looking for 60. Breakaway attempt there by Tcnj, quickly snuffed out by the Marauders, but they still have it. Bird and Ryder chasing it down. Bird absorbs the hit in the backboards, but he keeps it for his man. Squirts out the stick of Bird. Bird trying to find his man, Ryder. Comes off the stick of Ryder. And Ryder works it to Zerko. Zerko and Ryder. Ryder comes out of the scrum with it. And Ryder may have an open lane here, but it's quickly choked off by Tcnj. Marauders still possess it from the face-off circle. And Zerko shot right into the center of Gamboa.
Well, that was the most dangerous chance Tcnj's had all game, and I think that might be the most time Millersville's been in their own end, and that was what, 15 seconds, if that?
Yeah, I was worried there for a second. I haven't seen that.
I think Tcnj has a sign of life here, as they still trail by 4. Gamboa turned away 55 shots already.
That's insane. But it's going to take a Herculean effort for the Tcnj to get back in this one. Ryder goes to ice, and the Marauders maintain possession. Ryder's right back up to it. Almost catches Gamboa. Looking away for a bit, but it's finds Bell. Bell's shot taken away by a Lion and picked up. Centering ice speed. Only a Lion there, and he lets it go past him. 5:42 remaining as shots read 60-2. Be proud of Gamboa. Marauders have their 5th. And I believe that's Zerko. Zerko, seeing eye, ground puck, gets through on Gamboa.
I don't think he did that on purpose, Gary. It looked like it hit his arm and went in.
Yeah.
So make it 5-0 for the boys in black and pink this evening, as they now have 61 shots here in their own barn. This is the statement Millersville needed after last evening and the weekend sweep from Maryland the weekend before. This is the statement Millersville needed. They needed to wake up and put their foot on the gas. And if I'm them, I'm not taking my foot off the throttle just yet.
No, pad your stats, get your confidence back up. It's not going to come along often. You can kind of bully a team like this. Take advantage of that. Get your confidence back up.
Listen, folks, I've been around this program a long time, and I've seen Millersville have games like this, and I completely agree with you, Gary. You've got to get your confidence rolling, especially as the season rolls on, and hopefully for the Marauders, they can do just that. Now, hopefully for TCNJ, they can get some offense going here.
I don't know if anyone's going to blame you for running up the score on your rival. That's kind of accepted.
It's a league game. Like I said, these two teams have some very bad blood. I know Coach Schroeder and Coach Latronica remember those days as well as I do.
Longshot had a dangerous opportunity for the net, but it's turned away by TCNJ. Icing call with 5 minutes flat remaining. Score reads 5-0 in the big board. Shots 61-2 in favor of Millersville.
Yeah, fantastic job by this Marauder offense. They have put on an offensive clinic. They're playing every shift as if they're a man. They're on the power play, as if TCNJ is a man down. They're not. It's five-a-side hockey, but Millersville with a great effort.
Schindler almost had a dangerous opportunity, but it just evades his stick, but Schindler chases it down by the net. Gamboa. Stick goes flying in the air like a baton twirler there. Take me back to my marching band days a little bit. I see that going. Oh, let's go. There's a cheerleader there.
Well, TCNJ is going to the box, and if I'm them, that is not what you need right now. You're already down by 5. You have zero chance of answering with the way things currently sit, unless you can kill off this penalty. For their sake, I hope they can get some momentum and maybe challenge Bell, at least some. Shots now 61-2.
Yeah, that's Ryan Schiffner heading to the sin bin for TCNJ. O'Connell will be on the draw to the pad side of Gamboa here. O'Connell awaiting the ref's orders here, and he's picked up by O'Connell. O'Connell dishes it out to Martin. Mark from the blue line. Pad side of Gamboa. Shot from the glove side. Gamboa on his belly, but they couldn't capitalize on the elapse in the goaltending right there. Gets in behind Gamboa, but finds his glove again.
Great job there by Gamboa to move back and forth across the net. He got that one just enough to hang on for a whistle. So now 4:38 remain. 1:49 left on the Millersville power play.
Marauders leading the shot total by 60. Wow. You've watched a lot of hockey. Have you seen anything like this before?
I've seen Millersville play similar games, but not to this level. As we have a stop, it just was deflected up and out of play.
As shot 63 heads off the pad of Gamboa. In the Westchester-Scranton game, the score is still level at 4-3 Westchester in the second period.
Well, I've seen a lot of Marauder hockey, Garrick, as you mentioned, but nothing to this extent. I've seen Millersville play games similarly, but not this absolute decimation, domination, whatever you want to call it, to this extent where they're leading a team by 60 in shots.
I don't think we have words for what this is, TJ. And the Marauders keep the pressure on. Martin dishes the face-off circle, but it's turned away by the center ice defense, Tcnj. Picked up by Martin again. Martin looking for his man in the middle. Centering pass to O'Connell. Just a little too much. Hops over his stick, but O'Connell stays on it with 4:15 left to go. And a less than a minute and a half in the man advantage for the Marauders. Finds Martin again. Martin with his back to his own bencher. Martin takes it himself. Shot comes in about 100 miles an hour, rings off the backboards, and it's picked up by Stromberg. Stromberg working out, squirts out behind his stick, and finds Tcnj again. Tcnj looks to clear, but it's knocked away by O'Connell. Marauders keep possession for the face-off circle, looking for O'Connell in the middle, but finds Stromberg. Stromberg dishes. It goes to Stromberg, actually, and gets past him. And no, just when you think Jackson Bell will have to do. Jackson Bell does make a play. That's probably his fifth thing he's had to do here today. Keeping his head in it, but it's picked up by Johnny Morgan in front of net. Morgan shot just off the post, but the Marauders still keep the pressure on. 40 seconds remaining in the man advantages. I believe Wes Bieber has it behind the net. Bieber working it in. Finds Stromberg. It's O'Connell, actually. Comes off these skates of O'Connell, and the Marauder is very adamant about not liking that play. Bit of an ill-advised pass from Bell right there, but no problem here. As may have a little bit of a shorthanded breakaway from Tcnj right here. Looking for a man in the middle, but no one home. He only finds Zachary Slaybaugh. Slaybaugh with 10 seconds left to go. Maybe enough time for one more play on this man advantage. Slaybaugh down the left side. Slaybaugh goes in just wide of Gamboa. Lifts up and finds Bell again. Bell dishes to the middle, picked up by Carey. Carey's shot right into the breadbasket of Gamboa, and that'll do it for the power play for the Marauders.
Well, two guys I want to highlight there really quick, Carey, are Zachary Slaybaugh and Kai Dunnigan, two former Hershey Cubs. Actually, were a buddy of ours, Josh Gearhart, ended up the former voice of Bill Hockey as well after me. So 2:46 remain here in period number 2. Shots now 63-2.
Insanity. 64. Man, you almost can't have any more words for what's happening so far today. We kind of said all there is to say. The Marauders are just shooting a lot more shots than Tcnj.
Well, we called it at the beginning. We knew Millersville would come out on all cylinders, and they did just that. Now, the first period, chance here for Millersville.
Dangerous opportunity, but turned away by Tcnj. 2.5 minutes remaining in the middle frame. There it is. There's the third shot on Jackson Bell today, and Bell stands tall. 3 saves tonight. Ridiculous stuff out of the Marauders goaltender. Get him some Vesna votes.
Well, obviously, folks, Garrick's being very facetious.
No, I love my goalies. I love that.
But no, Bell has been great. He's been able to come out and play the puck as well. Shades of Martin Brodeur, guys like that who came out, very good puck handling goaltenders. 2:29 remain here in period number 2.
Pedico has behind his own net, and it gets past the stick of a line. It's picked up by Corelli. Corelli, relentless effort, chasing his man down behind the boards. Picked up by the Marauders again. Ben Bell working it out. Finds Dunnigan. Dunnigan works it around the Pepsi logo and makes Gamboa come out of his bed a little bit. Got to get it out quick. The Marauders are right on you. Picked up by Corelli. Corelli works it down to Carey. Carey blocks it. 2 minutes left remaining in the second period. Picked up by Ben Bell. Bell working it down to Dunnigan. Dunnigan wrister. Deflected in front of goal, and Carey's there.
Well, one thing to note there, folks, Gamboa completely lost that puck on the deflection. Nothing he could have done just to see a bodies in front of him. Chance.
Open that chance for Wes Bieber. Somehow stays out of that. Still going. And Gamboa gloves it. Bieber had an open barn door to shoot out there, but it's quickly taken away by Gamboa.
Well, again, I go back to Tcnj having a great net front presence with their defensemen. That is another, even though they're not having the best of games for them, that's still one of the high points of their game. Their defensemen are doing a great job of clearing away the rebounds. Bieber got a juicy one there, but the defenseman was on him, and that's why it's still a 5-0 game and not 6.
Had side draw, Gamboa coming up, and it'll be Sean Waters on the draw for the Marauders. 1:40 remaining here in the second frame. Picked up by Zerko. Zerko and Waters can't quite find it. Finds his man Bird. Bird dishes to Zerko. Zerko in the middle of the ice. Takes the shot himself between the sea of bodies. And Zerko finds it. Believe Zerko.
Wait.
I thought he caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught it. We weren't flying. I know we saw it. I think everyone else saw it. Everyone else in the arena thought it went in. Nope, Zerko's shot turned away, but it is the 67th shot of the night with a minute and a half left to go. Bird, pass broken up in the middle, but Ryder picks it up. Ryder and Waters trying to find it, but Bird falls to Bird again. Gets Bird here on the face-off circle. Bird takes it himself, hops over the stick of Gamboa, and stays on ice with minute 13 remaining here in the second frame. Marauders keep it. Moving it down to the face-off circle, cross-ice pass, keeps it himself, and taken by Tcnj. Trying to get the dump off there, but they just cannot get to their own bench. They are stuck in their own zone, not able to make the long change. And the Marauders keep it. Moving it down. Jackson Bell takes a look at it, but he heads back to his own net. 45 seconds remaining in the second period. John Waters moving it down. Waters tries to get a centering pass going. Not enough on it. Waters and Wilkinson in the back ice. In the front ice, rather. Wilkinson dishes to his man. Blue line wrister taken away. That's Thor Martin still looking for his first goal in the game. The Marauders have it again. Into the breadbasket of Gamboa. Turned away. 23 and a half seconds remaining. Marauders nearing 70 shots.
Yeah, they have 69 right now on the big board to Tcnj's 3. Folks, Millersville has also been on the receiving end of games like this. I don't want you to think this is just a one-sided, one-time fluke deal. I've seen the Marauders be on the receiving end of this. One of my very first games was Liberty, where Millersville was on the receiving end of a very similar situation. It was 11-1, that one.
At least you got one. Blue line shot taken away by Gamboa again. 12 seconds remaining.
Now, folks, that game I'm referencing was way, way back in the day, about 9 years ago at this point, but 12.4 remain here in period number 1. Shots now 70-3, Millersville with a 5-zip lead.
Yeah, I think I was 10 when that game happened.
You're making me feel old here, Garrett. Very old.
That's what I meant to do. 10 seconds remaining in the middle frame. Petticoat and Rister from the blue line. No problem for Gamboa. I think we're content to let the last couple seconds play out here. And we will. That'll do it for the second period here at LIR. The Marauders change their bit of a philosophy in the second period. Make good on those volume of shots. On 70, they convert 5. And they have the 5-goal lead going into the second intermission.
Well, the only reason this is 5-0 and not 20-0 is Matt Gamboa. He is playing phenomenal hockey. I mean, he has faced more shots in 2 periods than most goalies face in 3 games. So he has been fantastic for the Lions. Again, one of the very few bright spots they have currently. Let's look for them to get some offense going here in the third. And if I'm Millersville, I'm saying, boys, keep doing what you're doing. You got 20 more minutes here. Let's make it happen.
Now, if you're interested to see if that scoreboard can display 100 shots, stick around with us as we got the third period coming up here from LIR. Don't be going anywhere.